Hello everyone, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah. So I hope you are doing very well, and I meet you again after a 1 week gap, and today's live session will be conducted on a new topic, and today's topic is quite interesting. So I welcome you all to join my live session as early as possible. The topic that I have chosen for today's discussion in this live session is autobiography and memoir. Autobiography and memoir actually are two different literary genres or two different writing genres, and I'm going to discuss autobiography and memoir one by one. Most of the students they do not have clear conception about autobiography and memoir. So today I am going to clarify what autobiography and memoir are all about. Autobiography is actually a literary genre or a piece of writing genre where the entire life history or life story of an author or of someone is narrated. That means autobiography actually is concerned with the overall narration or description of a person's life. I repeat, autobiography is a piece of literary genre or writing genre where the whole account of someone's life is narrated, or the total life, overall life story or life history of somebody is narrated in an autobiography. So autobiography actually is written in first or third person. I repeat, autobiography is actually written in first or third person because the author himself can write his own autobiography, and in most cases most of the authors do the same thing. They actually write their own autobiographies, but in some cases we have seen that some other people write someone else's autobiography. That means autobiography can be written by the first person or a third person. So both are actually allowed in case of autobiography, because a famous person can be illiterate or his writing techniques are not so good, he cannot write well. Then what he does, he recruits someone else to write his own autobiography, or some other authors might be interested to write someone else's autobiography. So it happens in case of autobiography that the author himself, either the author himself writes his own autobiography or somebody else writes someone else's autobiography. That means some other writers write the autobiography of some other persons. So both are allowed in case of autobiography. And now let me give you some examples of autobiography, like the autobiography of Benjamin Franklin is written by Benjamin Franklin himself. It is an autobiography of himself. And even The Dreams of My Father. The Dreams of My Father is another autobiography written by Barack Obama. I repeat, The Dreams of My Father is written by Barack Obama, which is the autobiography of Barack Obama himself. He himself wrote the autobiography. And Mein Kampf is another autobiography, that is the autobiography of Adolf Hitler. So these are the examples of autobiography. Even I can give you another example from our Bengali literature. Shahaduzzaman is a very famous writer. He wrote the autobiography of Jibonanando Das. The title of the book is Ekjon Kamla Lebu. It is actually the autobiography of Jibonanando Das. But Jibonanando Das himself didn't write it. Rather, Shahaduzzaman, a third person, wrote the autobiography of Jibanananda Das. So in case of autobiography, both are allowed. Either the author himself writes the autobiography or somebody else writes the autobiography of someone else. So this is what happens in case of autobiography. So now let us talk about memoir. What is memoir? Memoir is actually another type of literary genre or writing genre where an account from an author's life is narrated. That means it is not the overall story or history of somebody else's life. Rather, memoir deals with a particular incident or event of the author's life. I repeat, memoir is concerned with a significant or particular event or incident of an author's life, whereas an autobiography deals with the whole incidents or the overall story, life story of the author. So memoir deals with a particular incident or event or a significant event that took place in an author's life. And memoir is always written in first person because author himself knows much better what actually happened in a particular time, in a particular event in his life, much better than other people around. And that's why the author himself writes memoir. But in case of autobiography, it can be written either in first person or in third person. But memoir is always written in first person. In case of memoir, third person is not allowed. First person, that means the author himself will write his own memoir because it deals with a significant event or a particular event that took place in an author's life. And I can give you an example. Rabindranath Tagore actually wrote a memoir, and that is known as Amar Chelebela. It's a very famous memoir, Amar Chelebela. This actually deals with the childhood of Rabindranath Tagore. He narrated his childhood in this memoir. There was the description or narration of Rabindranath's childhood, and the title of the memoir is Amar Chelebela. So it's a very famous memoir. And even the diary of Anna Frank. The Diary of Anna Frank is a very famous memoir as well because it deals with a significant event of the Second World War that took place in Anna Frank's life. So all the incidents that took place during the Second World War in Anna Frank's life is narrated in that book. She actually used to keep a diary, and she used to write a diary. Later on, after her death, her father actually gave the diary for publication, and it was published as a book. And it is a famous memoir because it deals with a particular event of Anna Frank's life. It deals with the events of Second World War, not the overall life of Anna Frank, rather the incidents that took place during the Second World War in Anna Frank's life. So it can be considered as a memoir. So now I guess you understand what autobiography and memoir are actually about. I mean, what memoir is and what autobiography is. Now I think you have a clear conception. And I do believe that it will help you a lot to understand the basic difference between autobiography and memoir. So now I will actually talk about the basic difference one by one so that you can understand what autobiography and memoir are, and you will have much better picture of autobiography and memoir after I finish my discussion on the difference between them. So now let us talk about the differences between autobiography and memoir. First of all, autobiography is an account of an author's life or someone's life. Autobiography is an account of someone's life. That means it is the overall story or overall history of someone's life. On the other hand, memoir is an account from someone's life. It is an account from someone's life. That means it deals with a particular incident or event that took place in someone's life. An autobiography is always written in first or third person. That means autobiography can either be written in first person or in third person. But in case of memoir, memoir is always written in first person. I repeat, memoir should be written in first person. No third person is allowed in case of memoir writing, because an author knows what actually took place at a particular time and what actually happened at a particular time in his life much better than other people around. So he can narrate the particular incident much better than other people around. So in case of memoir, it is always written in first person. Now let us talk about another difference. That is, autobiography maintains a chronological order. Autobiography maintains a chronological order. That means it starts from the very beginning of someone's life and continues till the end. It maintains a chronological order. That means author's birth, from author's birth to his childhood, his adulthood, his academic career, professional life, professional career, then his death, or if he is still living, then whatever has happened till now will be there in a chronological order in a memoir, in an autobiography, In an autobiography, all the life story or history of someone's life will be narrated. So it maintains a chronological order from the very beginning till the end. But in case of memoir, it can begin from anywhere because it deals with a particular incident of someone's life. Just like Rabindranath Tagore wrote a memoir titled Amar Chelebela. It deals with only his childhood, not the whole life of Rabindranath Tagore. So I hope you understand. An autobiography actually is very much factual. It deals with facts. And in case of memoir, it actually is quite emotional because there will be emotional and passionate description in case of memoir writing. So author can use emotional and passionate words in case of writing memoirs. But in case of writing an autobiography, an author must be factual. So another basic difference is autobiography is detailed because there is detailed description of somebody's life from the very beginning till the end. His whole life story or life history will be narrated, and it is a detailed description. It is quite lengthy. But in case of memoir, it is quite short. It is not that detailed, but it is centralized. It is centralized but short. So these are actually the basic differences between an autobiography and a memoir. Now I guess you understand the differences and the definition of autobiography and memoir. And autobiography is quite lengthy. It's like a book. But in case of memoir writing, it can be published as a book as well. But in most cases, memoirs are quite short, like a prose or an essay. But some people actually have written memoir in detail. I mean, like the Diary of Anna Frank. It's actually a book. It is a memoir, and it is quite lengthy. But in case of memoir, it is not that detailed. It is not as detailed as an autobiography. So I hope you understand. And that is all about my discussion for today. I'm not going to prolong my speech. And before I finish, I would like to tell you some other things that some people might think that I conduct these live sessions just to show off my knowledge. That is actually not true. I actually conduct these live sessions for the sake of my students. Although I know as a university teacher, I have come across many students in my life, but in most cases I have found that most of the students are concerned about good grades and good marks. They don't have enough enthusiasm for knowledge. They do not actually pine for knowledge. But you know, someday I will depart, I will disappear from this universe, I will die, but my knowledge would be there. I mean, if I keep my records, my lectures, my recorded live sessions on YouTube or on Facebook pages, then definitely somehow my lectures might turn out to be handy to some students. Some students might get benefited out of it. Although 5% of my students genuinely care about knowledge, but I feel like those 5% students who pay heed to my lecture or my live sessions, I feel proud of them, and that's my achievement, because if I can contribute to someone's knowledge to some extent, that is my happiness. So even if I die, my video records on YouTube will be there, and some people might get benefited out of it. They would be benefited out of it, and that is what I want. I want to contribute to the knowledge of some of my students or learners who genuinely care about knowledge and learning. So that's all. Thank you very much. And I would like to tell you one more thing, that the recorded live sessions of my Facebook page, Manjur's English Solutions, are also available on YouTube. I have opened a YouTube channel with the same title, Manjur's English Solutions. All my recorded videos of my live sessions that I have conducted in my Facebook page are already available there, and today's live session and the recorded session of today's live session will also be uploaded on my YouTube channel. So I also encourage you to visit my channel, and you can also inform others, those who are familiar with my YouTube channel and my Facebook page. You try to inform other students and learners so that they can also be benefited out of my lectures and live sessions. Thank you very much. Thanks for joining my live session tonight, and it's good night from here. Goodbye. Take care.